Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my review of DLSS 5. I was meant to do it on a stream a couple of days ago, but kind of got sidetracked with another game. Cheers, Shan. Nah, I'm joking. However, I want to say a few things about it, and I'm going to do this in one take because I can't be asked faffing around with too much editing nowadays. So, let's get straight into it. Let's have a look at the announcing NVIDIA DLSS 5. So, first looks like you've got this in the game, which looks pretty good, and then you got this, which looks very photorealistic. Now, don't get me wrong, it looks clean, it looks nice, but you can tell it's AI generated. Like, this just glows him up, lovely. This one, diabolical. I'll get into more of it, like frame by frame, shortly, but no, mental. This, I think, is taken way too far. This looks really cool. I do not mind this one. Yeah, again, I'll go into more detail soon. This one, no. just no. Just no. Absolutely not. This, to be fair with you, that's a cinematic scene, and I'll get into more of that shortly as well. So let's get back into it, shall we? Let's rewind back to the beginning. This one. Okay, so the most important things that I see in this is mainly stuff to do with the face and the hair. So you see how she is right now. Lips are quite, not thin, but not thick either. They're kind of just like normal. Just good set of lips. Her eyes aren't too narrow, too wide, and her hair likes to flow kind of naturally in the game. Turn on DLSS 5, and there's something different with the eyes, and she looks like she hasn't had sleep for about 3 fucking weeks. And the lips are a lot more full, which the AI has decided, you know, I'm going to take it and just upgrade it and just see what I can do with it. Like, it looks alright, but it doesn't belong in the game. Especially with the hair, with the double, like, colours and such. Where did the black roots come from? She doesn't have black roots. There is no black roots. If I go back, no black roots at all. It's just a little bit of the shadows. This is not just a shadow, that's black roots. And looks like dyed blonde hair. Normal, black roots. Normal, black roots. You can really tell the difference. They've really just took actual real life applications and just shoved it on a face and said, that'll do. It looks better. Like, yes and no, because that's not how the art directors wanted it, clearly. They had a reason to make it like this to begin with. We want to play with like realistic, photorealistic kind of shit, but it's not something that we require. It looks decent, but there's not a lot to it. And also, for example, we are looking in the background to see how realistic they can get everything else as well. It's not. Like, compared to what I'm seeing here in the game, looks great. You look at the background here, looks fucking washed out. Like, there's just a colour difference, really. The light is coming out of fucking nowhere. Like, I don't know where the light's coming from. Why is it changed from almost dark to, like, daytime? Why does the AI think, you know what, I'm just going to make it daytime, because that's what I think it's going to be. That's what I think it should be. Like, it's washing out colours, trying to make things too realistic, and one main aspect is I could do this with reshade. I can do that myself with reshade. There's nothing here that says AI. Unless, like, just a little bit more crisp. But like I said, I could do that with reshade myself. So why would I need DLSS 5 to do it for me? One thing that DLSS 5 is also doing right now is concentrating way too much on the characters. Like, way too much on the characters. They're not doing enough for the scene around. They're making the scenes worse. Like, if I'm looking over where there's, like, cigarettes and stuff, like, signage is on the right-hand side, there's literally not much that's happened. It's just made it worse. There's, like, it says cigarettes in the top right. It's faded out and looking a bit more nasty. This one's actually clear. The black banner, it looks even worse. Like, what's going on there? If it's AI, it's supposed to improve. So why has it got a shader or something as such, or a checkpoint, where it's making it so much worse in the background? Like, they've made her lavish. They've made her, like, pop out. Like, this is the main thing you're supposed to look at, but why have they washed out the background? Why have they washed out the colours? Look in the background here. You got this building. It looks great. Yeah, you could tell this building is different to this one in colour. You go to the next one, you can see it, but it's almost identical. They've washed it out completely. This fucking street light looks like it's a prop now. This actually looks like they've got something there. It's supposed to be a light. It's supposed to shine down. It's washed out here. There's fuck all. There's fuck all. What's that about? And when you get into this as well, if I go back a little bit, watch the hair, like on the look, just watch the hair in general. You could tell, like, you know when you got those AI videos and you see it moving as such, trying to re-render it each time, you can see it. When it comes to this part, you can see it on the right, it's generating each time. Her ear keeps changing. It's not good enough. If we're going to have AI in games like this, it's not good enough to see that right now. It's supposed to layer on what it actually visually sees. So why does it keep re-rendering the same thing over and over if it's supposed to be the same thing? It's bad. Right now, we're not ready for this. This is why they have a lot of still motion, like where they change it to a still motion. And we're going to go through some more videos and such. But that right now is actually really bad. They need to refine it so much before they even start thinking about releasing this. Now this, for example, Leon looks great as it is. Yeah. Wait, I can't actually do that right now. Let me go back a little bit. Can I then? Yeah. He looks great right now as is, as intended by the actual game developers and such. Here, it's literally just more photorealistic. I don't see too much of a difference with the AI. They made like a few more creases, the light a little bit more realistic to the character. Like, there doesn't seem to be a phenomenal change. It's definitely a hell of a lot more detailed, but there's not too much more to it. So, I can see this one being okay because they've upgraded it basically. They've just said, here's your character with a little bit more definition. He's fucking stunning. But as intended, I don't know. I feel like they might have dialed this one up, but it's not terrible. So if I just rewind a little bit, like we'll start with the hair. Let's just see how they've done the hair. So it looks like they've not done too much different with it at all. Made it so there's maybe a few more fibers in the hair. But really, they haven't changed that much at all for the hair. They've added a bit more of a light aspect. Where are they getting the light from? How are they recognizing that as a light source? I feel like if we're going to go AI, it needs to grab the light source, how strong the light source is, then reflect it as it should be, rather than doing it a single frame, because then they're going to start generating shit that's not actually there. Like, look how strong the light is here. It's subtle. You can see it on the face. It's a little bit reflective. It's not overpowering. This, they've kind of gone a bit more out there and said, okay, that light is actually stronger than it should be. Here you go, more reflection, a bit more on the hair, more on the face that's not even supposed to be there. Because if I go back a bit now, you can see it's still subtle. There's not too much. You can see more of his skin colour. This, they've washed it out a little bit more, and they've added more of a light source. It's not great at all. But, like I said, the definition, especially like with the eye, for example, eyebrow, the face, like creases here, they've added more detail. The detail, fair enough, it looks good. But don't add stuff that's not there. Leon's fucking stunning. We can all agree on that. But there's something about it that just doesn't fit correctly as of yet. Like, what's with the background anyway? Hold on a second. Kind of messed that one up. Like, let me go back a bit more. So, I don't understand what this is in the game, but it's way more exposed in DLSS 5. I don't know what it is to begin with, but why is it portraying that so much? Oh, it's a fucking tree or something. But, like, it's picking up everything and trying to bring everything out more. But, like, the background, for example, I don't think that was intended to be seen as much as expected. Like, this, for example, right now, you can tell it's, like, probably the edge of the leaves or something of a tree with some fog around it. So it's supposed to be in the background. Leon's supposed to be the forefront. Why have they made it so you can see all of that and add some sort of light reflecting onto the edge of it where it makes it look like there's a bunch of squiggles on the screen? Like a bunch of little worms just appeared out of nowhere that you got on your fucking eyeball when you look in the sky. Like, some parts may be good, some parts may be shit. This is diabolical. So, like I was saying earlier, they're doing too much on appearance and not enough on the surrounding. She looks fairly old in this, obviously wrinkles and like the sagging skin and such. But if I just let it play for a moment, what the fuck is this? Who added a Disney and Pixar filter onto the fucking character? What is that about? Now let me start scrolling back and forward and we can see in real time what's going on. So I can already see that the shadows that were intended are no longer there. And we'll take a proper look in a second. So the wand washed. Nice, vibrant purple with a shining tip, with a good little streak. Washed. It's turned fucking blue. And what's gone on with the fucking... What's gone on with the trail? The trail's no longer there. They make it like this so it looks proper, so it looks magical, like it should be. It's Harry Potter. You should see the vibrant trail. It should be nice. Nope, we're going to wash it out and it's going to look more blue than purple. The fucking trail disappeared, mate. I don't know what's going on there. Let's have a look at the bottom of the wand. Basically no difference. We're looking at her hand. So, like I said, they're doing more an appearance than they are doing anything else. They've washed out the wand, and they've given more wrinkles to her fingers. And they made the fingernail a little bit more vibrant. But then when it comes to stuff like the sleeve, for example, you expect it, if it's AI, to get rid of the creases a little bit. But there's literally polygons that are literally fucking corners, and they haven't done anything. They're not really adding much there either. Like, you can see there's not really a difference between the fabric. You can see that they've tried to add something. They've tried to add more, like, lighting and definition to it, but it's not doing enough. They've concentrated way too much on skin rather than anything else. And the shadows, they're taking away the shadows and they're putting shadows where they want. And then with the hair, they've done fuck all with the hair as well. Like, look at that. There's basically almost fuck all with that hair. I don't know if it's the fine-tuning that the people like doing Hogwarts and such, like Portkey Games, I don't know if it's them that are controlling how much is there, but it's way too much on character definition. Like, look at the difference between the two. They've made her look like such an old fucking hag. I can appreciate the glow that they've made from the wand onto the person. Like, it's... looks a bit cleaner and better than the original, yes, but it's just something about it that's awful. And like, I'm going through the background now as well. I'm looking at the background, and for example, there's one strut of wood that's next to this green line, just above about there, just there, that one going up. There is literally no fucking difference. No difference. If anything, they've changed the colour a little bit. And there's none. Absolutely nothing there. And if we go forward, I'm literally scrolling through and wondering where the change is. There's no change to anything but the person. They're concentrating way too much on AI generation when it comes to the people, the definition, changing how they look, and like the hair and such. Barely doing anything with lighting. Changing parts where the shadow should be to try and illuminate it more, make it look more realistic, but they're not doing a good enough job. Anything else like materials, barely any difference. And this one, for example, I've been and watched a few videos and such, and they said that he's supposed to be like 15 years old, and the faces, like the creases and such, you're supposed to see when you're like fucking late 20s going into 30s and such like that. However, they're already there, but very faint, like very faint. And personally, that is like a huge glow up, but the AI has done too much. This lad is no longer 15. Like the we've gone from the game developers making this 15-year-old to making AI generate 20 something year old minimum. And like, for example, it's got two creases just here, and they're not too prevalent right now. But AI said, oh, we're going to define the shit out of that, like you've been doing that face for 20 years solid. And why has his nose gone to such an extent it doesn't even look real? Like, it's supposed to be photorealistic. Why is his nose like a fucking balloon? Let me get a pin. You know? What the fuck is that? And the fact that they've added so much stubble around his fucking top lip. It looks like they've added stubble to make him look much older than he is. Like he's just had a recent shave. They've added so much definition around his chin. They've done some more work around his neck as well. Like, it's not there. I don't understand. Like, they're doing some parts justice. Like, they're making the face and whatnot quite outstanding to look at, but it's not fitting the vibe of the game or the players and such. It's really off-putting, but then it's also pretty fucking good. It's like, yes, it's working, it's great, but it's not intended. Why is it there? And like, for example, one thing that pisses me off as well, it's appearance-based. You look at anything in the background right now, the pipes and whatnot to the bottom left, it's worse. I don't understand how AI on a fucking screen trying to make it better has made the environment worse. Look, there's different colours right now. Yeah, you can see like there's a warm kind of tone. They've made it dull. There's still a tiny warmth in there, but they've made it dull. It matches the rest of the fucking scene. There's still dynamic here. You can see the warm tone. You can see the cold tone. You can see that it's supposed to be metal. Why is this just blended it all together? It's awful. Look at the back, for example. You have like, it's faded, it's in the background, it should be like that. You shouldn't really pay attention to it. Pay attention to me. Why are you looking elsewhere? It's not good enough. There's some stuff to it where it's like, fantastic, you're doing a good job. But other parts, it's like, why are you dulling it down? And why are you making stuff that shouldn't be seen more seen? Like the back of the chair. If it's supposed to be AI generated and it's supposed to look a bit better like they're doing with the face, why are the polygons and such so out there still? Isn't it supposed to crease out, make it a bit better? Aren't they doing that with these characters as it is? Like, look at this goblin's face, for example. Look at his ear. Boom, so much more definition already. Putting stuff there that isn't actually there. So why can't they do that with the rest of it? Why is it smoothing out characters and skin rather than the whole entire scene? The AI generation is made for appearances only, and that's what's going to kill the vibe. Because you're going to have mainly just characters that look stunning high definition if you want to use it, and then it's just going to kill everything else off. It's like, why do I have a hyper-realistic person in something that looks like a PS2 game? It's just not called for. And the fact that they made him look more fucking mucky is weird. Like, he doesn't have basically any kind of dirt or anything on him. Like, there's maybe tiny little bits, but they're blended in, not supposed to really be straight out there. Like, signs of old age, and then bang. You don't even look like you got old age anymore. You got diseases or some shit. You've been beat up, you got a bruise on your fucking head, and you got a patch of filth on your face. What the fuck is that about? The fucking conch on it as well. Look at his nose, man. Jesus Christ. and they faded out his teeth a little bit on the later one. Earlier one, you can see quite a bit of his teeth, like the mouth area and such, but then they faded it out a little bit. Yeah. Like, what I feel like they've done here for anything in the background and such is they've just added a little bit of sharpness. Watch the cloth on his arm. So you can see that they've probably added a little bit of sharpness and just messed around with the lighting a little bit. Like I said, I can do that on reshade. We don't need some AI to go ahead and do try and do every little bit. Like, the AI should focus on potentially making everything look a bit better. We don't need smashing out the park of just the people's faces. That's all you see on these. That's what they're concentrating on. We'll go to a video in a moment as well where it shows a little bit of difference on the environment and how it's still shit. So, not much here. Other than making him look like a fucking 20-year-old when he's supposed to be 15. This one, to me, is actually quite outstanding. Like, the person in general, I've played over 1,000 hours of Starfield. It'll be really cool to speak to someone who looks like that. It would be really fucking cool too. They have added a few little extra bits in when it comes to the generation as well. They've made everything look a bit more crisp, clean. They made her look like you're actually talking to someone real, which is great. Only thing that pisses me off though, so let's go back. It's like they've taken away from the game. It looks super realistic, looks cool, there's more reflections, it looks more like actual material on the arm. This one's done more than just a single face appearance. They've actually concentrated on the clothes, they've concentrated on getting more high definition, like they've even added more like steel look to the clip on her jacket. They've got more threads out there. Yet again, it could still be done majority in reshade using a bit of a tweak to do with the lighting and with sharpness. But more reflections and such, looking brighter, better. It's something. And there's seems to be more movement as well. Like, it's not just taking the single movement from the old character, it's trying to simulate more movement in general. But one thing that really pisses me off is the reshade effect. I've had this many times myself when doing stuff with reshade. Look at the plant behind her head. Right, so first off, just where the marker is right now, the green line, we have a bit more light and a potential tiny bit more reflection on the glasses. I don't think there's much there at all, but it's something to note. Like, that would be good for a scene. So we have something scenery based where they may have actually added something a little better. They've added a lot more light around in Starfield, and I can't lie, a lot of Starfield based stuff is pretty dark. So adding more light to certain parts of certain games might actually be a win. Only thing that really pisses me off is this plant. Why has it got a white haze in the background? Isn't it supposed to be AI? Why is it doing a light effect that I can get on reshade? When you do the sharpness and you add certain light effects, it will create this haze behind it. So it's not like the AI is actually going and doing stuff itself. It's like it's using reshade or obviously certain aspects of that kind of environment and then just clam it together with AI to try and make something more realistic. But it's not making it realistic, it's just literally adding filters and then making a realistic character. A surrounding area isn't really being changed. Like, if you look at the background where the green marker is, it just faded out the background a bit more. They've added more of a fucking shadow where the shelf is, but that's not really doing too much because look at the little spots and stuff. They've made it more blurred. They made it look more shit. So there's upsides and downsides to this. It's so off right now. It's not made for what we want. However, the character base for certain games, like this one for example, Starfield, the definition is there and it's looking so much cleaner. You're not talking to a plastic person anymore. You're talking to someone that looks a lot more realistic. Now, that can go both ways because it's supposed to be something like super realistic or it's not supposed to be realistic at all. This one is how you take it. Starfield, to me, I've played so much of it and I've played around with mods and such as well. The realistic aspect to it, pretty fucking good. I really like it. And this would be a huge upgrade for something like Starfield. So I guess it depends on the game and how much the creators actually want to take it to the next level. This, to me, it looks great. It could be dialed down a notch because it might be a bit too far. But this would be a great addition to something like Starfield. But yet again, if I'm clicking the wrong button, if I was to go back, so the plant in the bottom right, they've made no changes at all, but they've diluted the colours. The whole plant almost looks identical to itself. With the game version, you can see that there's actually a few different colours more warm of a touch. Like, the lighting and environment is nowhere near good enough yet. Nowhere near good enough. Thankfully, they've not changed anything to do with the top right when it comes to, like, shotgun certification, ballistics, anything like that. That is still the same. But they're concentrating way too much on the characters and not enough on the extra scenes behind the people and such. This one's diabolical. I cannot believe they even fucking displayed this. Look at his face. So yeah, if you look at his face looks okay now as is. You can see that both of the eyes are the same colour. He's got just maybe a small, tiny lazy eye, barely, it's not even really noticeable. Eyebrows are the same and such. Can someone tell me why his fucking left eye on his face, so basically what we're looking at the right, is so much smaller compared to the other one, and it's now brown? Where did that change come from? And if we keep going forward, you can see it keeps getting worse. Like, it's not because the fucking camera and his face are far away, so it's more like this, where you can only see this part of my eye. He's still looking at you, almost dead on. You can see that most of his face is fine. And then you get that eye. That eye is abysmal. It's fucking shocking. It just gets worse. Why is it brown? Why is it so much smaller? Does he have something wrong with his fucking eye? Does he have something like fucking hay fever? Do you need to sneeze, mate? What's that about? And in all honesty, the lighting, again, you can just do it on reshade. Bit of sharpness, add a bit of colour, saturation, there's not really much to it. There's really not much to it. But he has been royally stuffed and fucked over. Look at his eyes here. Normal. They look almost identical. One just a tiny bit smaller than the other. You go here, brown eye, much smaller. Looks like he needs to fucking sneeze from his hay fever. There's just something wrong. Hair-wise, the hair is always going to be good. Like, the hair is just an improvement overall. That we've always had a problem with hair in games. I clicked the wrong button. But yeah, we've always had a problem with hair in games. So the hair's always going to look better. But, yet again, there's fuck all for anything else. They've added more of a light. They've dimmed out some of the colours. They've kind of whitewashed it a bit. And it doesn't look as good. They've just basically added a spotlight to it and said, bang, there you go, have a good time. Because everything else in the background, there's not really a change. Like, I can look at these two screenshots all fucking day and notice there's no bloody change. The bottom left text beneath him, down here, and these patterns, fuck all's changed. Fuck all has changed. Anything in the background here, the computer, fuck all's changed. The lighting in most of the area, fuck all's changed. This looks a bit more rough and detailed right now than it's supposed to be. Like, well, this artifact right here looks quite rough and detailed like it is supposed to be. And then this, someone just plastered on fake lighting and now doesn't look great at all. It looks more pixelated, if anything. It looks more rough. Like someone just threw on a quick texture and said that'll be fine. This looks like it belongs. It looks like it belongs here right now. This looks fine. This does not. There's something wrong with it. Like, I can't explain it thoroughly enough. They need to set back on the characters and actually get it fucking right first. Because look at the eye difference, man. He's a chameleon. He's got 2 different eye colours. And Lynn, yeah, she hasn't really changed. She got more wrinkles on her forehead. And they've added an extra layer to her eyes. Like, concentrating way too much on characteristics rather than the entire thing to do with the environment and surroundings. Now this, to be fair, I don't feel like it needs anything. People are saying, oh, I can see why they may want it in FIFA. I don't see that. Because majority of the fucking time, most people are playing from a telecam. The only time you're going to need this DLSS 5 is when you actually go into these cutscenes. And even then, you're not really going to need it. Especially as the fact that the ball, for example, when it's in a fast pace, when something's in motion, AI really struggles with anything to do with motion at all. And that's why majority of these are either slow moving or pretty much static. Like right now, they're going to wash out the colours a little bit. I just fucking noticed that again. The main thing I noticed was the ball. White, as you'd expect. Blue. Why has it changed colour? Where did the colour difference come from? Why is there a shader on it where it's causing things to be discoloured? Like, they're concentrating on the tones of the people again. Like the badge on his trousers. Well, his shorts, I should say, sorry. It's gotten a deeper blue. Like, where did the blue light come from? Why do they think they need blue light? Like, they're making things darker. They're adding a different tone to it. And then they're giving them a complete do-over just for the face. But the surrounding details are taking impact, and it's not it. Why is everything else taking an impact whilst the characters are looking better? And sometimes not even better to play, but just to look at. Like the chick from Requiem. I don't actually know her name. I've not got any spoilers for the game. I don't want spoilers either. Like, there's just something about it is just not fitting correctly. Everything around it is taking a toll, whilst the characters are trying to be better. They're concentrating way too much on the people. And let me have a look, because I saw some... Look at that. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. We're going frame by frame. They highlighted this in a fucking trailer announcing NVIDIA DLSS 5. Look at the ball. This is what I mean. Motion. It can't handle it. Look at that. Why the fuck is it a fuzzball? And then it gets even worse here. What's that about? Like, that is terrible. Actually terrible. It will not work. Look at his face. How can you fucking bring this out and say, yeah, it's fine? Look at the body. Look at the fucking outline. It's awful. It will not work in FIFA this close. That's awful. Actually fucking awful. Bit by bit, frame by frame, you will notice everything. And yes, you might be like, oh, but you're not going to play it frame by frame. It's going to be like 60 frames, 120 frames. You will notice it. If you have, like, the focus that I do, for example, because when I'm playing stuff, I notice these little things and they really piss me off. Now, AI, I've looked at plenty of videos, tried to make plenty of videos, etc., etc., etc. I've noticed the motion that it cannot do. And this is one of them. The ball looks terrible. His hands look terrible. The face has got pixels coming off it. Look terrible. The outline of the person looks fucking terrible. It's trying to do too much and it can't do it enough. We've not perfected video AI yet, and you can still tell with the latest ones. So why are we trying to force it on games already where it doesn't belong? The ball, still broken. Still broken. Looks okay. Like, look at that. Oh my god. This is how you know they do too much on appearance. Because this looks fine right now. Yeah? You put it over his face, it doesn't know what the fuck to do. It's merged his face with the fucking football. Why can't I see his face through the football? Why is there two footballs? Such a bad example. Really bad example. And Nvidia thought it was good. KSI, what are you doing in my video? Fucking hell. That is terrible. Actually terrible. I would turn DLSS 5 off immediately if I was playing this game. I want it to actually play as expected. If AI is going to fumble the images this bad, I wouldn't turn it on. I would deliberately go out of my way to purchase a different graphics card that doesn't have DLSS on it, unless... But in fact, to be honest, yeah. I've actually turned DLSS off on most of my games already, because it sometimes makes it worse. This is making it 10 times worse. Look at his shoulder. His fucking shoulder has gone. It said dip. I can eat out of his shoulder. Like, what the fuck is that bowl? Terrible. Fucking terrible. Like, even this, for example. Look where his arm is. Why can't I see so many different fucking things? Yeah. I didn't expect it to be this bad when I was looking at it. But it is actually fucking terrible. Now let's see this. Oh my god. So just looking at it already, like, you got some bits here that shouldn't be there. The next shot is even worse. It doesn't know what the fuck it's rendering. It's looking at the frame and it's thinking, I can't edit this. Now, look at that. What the fuck? Half of the ball's fucking gone as well. It doesn't know what to concentrate on, what to blur or what not. Oh my god. So I was only going to shit on it a little bit, but... Yo, my god, this just gone through fucking Stargate. It's teleporting to another universe. And then it's coming back a fresh ball. What the fuck is that? It's Rocket League on fucking drugs. Yeah, the motion. The motion looks fucking awful. Now, if we actually play it... If that's the game itself, then the game's fucking terrible to begin with, and AI's just making it even worse. That was a severely, severely bad example. Resident Evil Requiem. Like, that, there wasn't much difference. Like, that was quite nice. It was just like a glow over rather than changing everything about her again. And I'm looking at the hair this time. They've not really added too many strands. It's because it's a nice close-up. They've got things to actually concentrate on. Like, the before and after image. Like, before is fucking fine. There's nothing wrong with the before. So I don't understand why they needed to try and do anything to begin with. To be honest, I actually prefer the before rather than the after. Like, that looks clean. That just looks smoothed over and now it's got a fucking JPEG effect where it looks like half of the face has got compression. It was fine before. I don't feel like this needed one at all. It's good, but it's not worth it. We've already been over this one. We've already been over this one as well. Don't understand. Really don't understand. Now, I don't even know what this is, but we're going to talk about the whitewash. See, loads of people have said, oh, his facial expression's completely changed. I don't really see that, to be honest. Like, if we go back, you can see we've got a nice smile, and there's a smile still. The smile hasn't really changed much. His cheekbones maybe come out a little bit more, and like his eyes maybe a bit more darker and rippled around. Like, they've done a decent job here, but I'm still half and half. This is how it's supposed to be intended. This is what AI wanted to do to it. It's a hit and miss for me, because he looks good. Like this, he looks good. Before, yeah, sure, he still looked good, as intended. But I feel like it's taken a lot of the warmth away from the video and said, I want to make this neutral. Like, to be honest with you, the one thing that I noticed the most, the middle post where the green bar is right now, that's just been increased with light. Everything here has just been increased with light. They've taken away the really warmth kind of desert vibe to it and just decided to say, we're going to make it look like you was just in the city where the sun was shining. Like, I don't think that was the intention, and AI's kind of taking it out of its original bounds. It should keep the warmth. It will upgrade everything as normal, but it should keep the kind of warm temperature and such that the game intended to have to begin with. I don't feel like it's doing much of a difference to anything else either. Like, the bottom right, the cup, exactly the same. The chest has got some more light on it. The papers, more light. The feather, more light. Like, everything in the background that is not a human just seems to have had more light and a bit of sharpness. There is nothing to anything else. I'm expecting AI to do so much, but it doesn't. They mess around with a little bit of the fabric on the person, mess around with the face a fucking ton, because that's what it concentrates on, and leaves everything else in the dark. Like, they don't add anything, it's just a little bit of light difference. Like this, for example. If we look at it now, we haven't looked at the next frame, we haven't looked at it with DLSS on. If we see everything now, you can see it's got the kind of sun god rays and like the nice warm texture and vibe to it. Washed. It's gone. It's all gone. But why? Why has it gone? Why is it like we're looking for a fucking sunroof or someone just turned the light on? It's supposed to have this vibe for a reason. The directors and the game people wanted it to be like this for a reason. Otherwise, they'd have made it a different kind of shade. Like, there's basically nothing else to it. Yet again, they've upgraded the person to the point where they almost get into the like unrecognizable part because it's different to what you initially saw. There's not really anything else to it. This, I need to see more of the original. Because I don't know how the little antenna things they've got, I don't know how that actually moves. I don't know what this is from. But they look a fairly bit stagnant, but then I've added more fluidity through this part. And I feel like it's probably already fluid as is. And is AI doing too much or not in that case? I can't really tell. But even when I'm going through it slowly, you can see it's still struggling to do any kind of movement. This is why majority of the stuff is static when you see them doing the change. What? Hold on. Right, so you see his face now, you see his eyes. Watch the eyes. They're fine, they're fine. They're okay. They're fine. The right eye, well, the eye that we see on the right is already fucked. And now he's looking two ways with blue eyes that I ain't ever seen on this fucking thing. What's that about? Unless that's the little eyelid thing that comes across because obviously lizards. That's probably the case, but it looked fucking weird for a moment. But yeah, the antenna things, you can see that they get blurry every other fucking frame. Like blur, blur, blur. It's typical AI generation. It has too much trying to render and not enough actually just displaying what it should be. Like this looks fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. All they've done is light. Just light. What's that about? There's a bit more light and a bit more shadow. I don't see any other difference. I don't see any kind of like upgrade in textures or anything, because it's not a person. Washed. They washed it out. Look at the fabric to the left. Why has it been washed out? And why is it blending? So they've added some like light and reflection. Well, not even a reflection, to be honest. Reflection was already there. But they've added a different kind of light thing to the bulb itself. The light at the bottom, which is decent. Looks a bit cleaner. But why is the fabric itself washed out? It doesn't look like there's any more creases or anything. It looks pretty good as is to begin with here. But like the wood, that's literally just light. This is washed out. And they can't even do this correctly. You can see they actually left a bit on the right hand side. But yeah, when it gets to this point, this here, you can see this is not merged with the background at all. It's kind of merging here. Like it's merged in with the background. It can't do it properly. Like there's small little things that you will see where like these look pretty fucking good right now. Like you can see which ones are dead, which ones are alive, and then it's just washing them out and bringing them together. Like in some aspects it's good, in other aspects it's bad. It's just doing a whitewash. I don't understand. Any kind of details are already there. All they're doing is just a little bit of a light map. Like I said, reshade. Why do they feel the need to do that? And why are they doing it mainly character based? I don't understand. We spoke about this one. That one was diabolical. Actually did him fucking dirty. Now this one, completely different person. And yet again, there's fuck all in the background. Like, look at the Cortado logo. It looks a bit more washed out, looks a bit more blurry on the AI version. The cups in the background, no real change. Like I said before, more light. There's fuck all else to it. Washed out a little bit. The Terrabrew cups at the bottom, they've tried to bring out more detail, added a bit more light and shadow to it so you can see it more clearly. But there's just some things, like the styrofoam box right there. Like, did that really need a glow up? And her, for example, she's almost unrecognizable. Compared to her game character, which is this, and then the AI version, I hate it. It doesn't resemble her at all. Especially the eyes. Look at the eyes there. And then look at the eyes here. Why does she look like a part of fucking Disney cast? What's going on there? Let's have a look at the left-hand side equipment. They added some more light to this one. Let's have a look at these. They've just made it a bit more colourful with a bit more light and shadow. The units, they were better before. Honestly, what the fuck? They were actually better before. And let's have a look at the unit on the right hand side. Yeah, it was better before. Like, there's such a fine line between this AI shit to do with the environment. It's unreal. Yeah. So this is a character, and this is a character. It's very similar. I'll give him that. But it doesn't look right. There's something really off-putting about this in particular. There's something really off-putting about it. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's just like the extra wrinkles and facial detail. It's the AI's done too much to him. Like, look at the eye wrinkles, for example. Where did they get those from? Why did they add that? And why are the face lines here going down to his mouth from his nose? Why are they so deep? Why is there so much more stubble than there was before? The lips have got definition, sure. And the hair looks pretty much the same. But they've done way too much to the face. They've added way too many little, like, fucking... I don't know, it looks like dirt on his face. It doesn't look right. Like this before, it doesn't look like there's really dirt on his face. He's just got a few, like, facial blemishes and such. But this looks 100% like he just finished his shift doing something with soil and just washing it off his face, but not doing a good job. Anything else in the background? Let's take a look. So the wall, literally no fucking difference. If anything, they've just sorted out the colours. Left-hand side, this is the perfect example. So over here, literally on the left-hand side, you can see it's pixelated, right? Image, pixelated. Use AI to increase the character, but do fuck all with the quality on the left. They're not concentrated on the environment at all. There is nothing on the left that shows any improvement to the surrounding area. Looking at the banister thing on the left as well, not the banister, but like the border, for example, it's worse in the AI version than it was before. I don't understand that at all. Why is that still pixelated? If AI is supposed to do a good job, it's supposed to get rid of the creases and such, supposed to get rid of the pixelation, but it's just doing a bad job. It's concentrating way too much on the player, not enough on the environment. They've added a bit of lighting difference, that is it. The plant, for example, not really any difference at all. The pots up at the top, no difference. It's literally just a bit more lighting. This pendulum swinging thing, no fucking difference. The wooden unit, pretty much no difference. There is no difference with anything. I need to look at that again. Like, to be fair with you, I can't really complain about this one. This one's good. This one looks pretty good. But like I said before, it's the characters. They're just doing the characters. Because I've noticed already in the background, literally nothing has been done with that glass. I'm going over the same thing right now. Literally nothing has been changed in the background. It is person-based only. That's the thing that's pissing me off. They've added a little bit more light. You can tell on the gloves. It's gone from a warm colour again to washed out a little bit, where it's just more white reflective light. And the woman in the background, she's basically changed dramatically. Like, to be fair with you, I'm looking at it now. She looks completely fucking different. And it's mainly because she's far away and they can't tell what the fuck they're trying to add on. Let's have a look at the ones on the right hand side. So this bloke, for example, let's see. What the fuck did they add in the background? It's a part of the chair that you can't normally fucking see when you're looking at it. Like, you can see a little something in the background and they've just added the chair in. They said, yeah, here you go, here's a bigger part of the chair. But yeah, again, they've not really done anything to him because he's far away. What about her at the edge? Have they done anything? It doesn't look like they've done shit, to be honest. Because they're not concentrating on anything in the background. They're concentrating on what's up front. That one, diabolical. Now this one, as I said before, it's pretty much reshade. The examples that they're bringing out, you can do on your computer already. You don't need DLSS 5. We don't need it. And like, there's people in the background and such. They're not really changing at all. This different kind of color correction you can do yourself with your own shit right now. Look at the character. The character changes drastically compared to anything in the environment. Why are they concentrating just on character alone? The character's not going to belong to the environment soon. The character's going to be too good to be in that environment. Like, you can see with the background, for example, those stalagmites, stalactites, whatever the fuck they are so bad. Whoever designed them did a bad job. Now, he looks way too good to be in a PS1 background. There's so much to it, it's unreal. We've already gone through this one. I don't need to pause and discriminate it even more. Fucking hell. Oh, was that it? So they don't even show anything else because of that one. That is wild. My thoughts overall, Nvidia's doing a really bad job. Really bad job. They've got something good going, but too much to do with characters themselves and not enough to do with the environment. Adding a little bit of color correction and then a white light over the warmth or the cold is not doing enough. I still saw pixels on that thing to the left of the Starfield one. Like, if AI is supposed to do its job, you shouldn't see pixels anymore. You should see something nice and smooth and playable and maybe looks better. Why was I seeing so many things that looked worse after the AI, especially in that FIFA one? Fucking terrible. I'd play it by itself on like fucking 720p. I have a 2K monitor. I would play it at 360p just so I could see the ball actually go forward without seeing a jumbled up fucking warped mess. Like, they need to improve so much. Improve, maybe it'll get somewhere. Other than that, right now it's not ready. It's not prepared to come out. I wouldn't even fucking release it. And the person, I think his name's like Jensen Huang or something like that. Well, he was basically saying, yeah, everybody's wrong. It's basically coming out, it's going to be fine, everybody's wrong about it. Games developers and whatnot, they're also wrong, because we're going to give you complete control of how much of the AI that you want to have. If I had a game out right now and it looked bad, I'd keep it that way. I wouldn't even ask to see if I can get this DLSS 5 to make it look better. It's not worth it, it doesn't belong, it's not ready yet. You can do so much of a better job. Work on it before releasing it, but obviously I'm not the one they're going to listen to. I'm just a consumer, and they have already reduced everything to like 40%, so like no one else is going to get any fucking G4 shit because they just want to concentrate on AI. And it might be the way of the future, but right now we've taken 3 steps back rather than 1 step forward. They need to work on it before releasing it, and that's my thoughts on DLSS 5. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. See you next time. Bye.